Hello and welcome friends. Wish you all are doing well. Most of us are highly concerned about learning the skill of spoken English. It means we want to express everything in English perfectly. We want to express our feelings in English perfectly. We are eager to learn the proper formation of sentences, proper utterance, proper pronunciation. But these are not all. If you can speak English perfectly, this is not all. What is left? Your 50% is left. Your 50% it means you must listen and understand. Listening and understanding is just 50% of your learning spoken English. If you want to speak anything in English, it means that your listener, whoever it is, your listener must reply in English. And you should listen and understand. So, listening and understanding is a great part of spoken English. In case of learning any language, whatever language it is, to learn any particular language, your ears should be habituated. You must be habituated with listening to the English words, with listening to the English pronunciations, with listening to the English constructions, formations. You must have the habit, because when others will speak, you must listen and understand, and at the same time you should reply them properly. So listening, understanding and replying. When you will reply, you don't have the time to construct proper sentences, to make proper utterances. It means you need all the practices. All the practices means speaking and at the same time listening. But there is a question: who will speak to you? Who will talk to you in English? Who will speak in English in front of you? There is none. In our society where English is not the first language, nobody will speak to you. Nobody will talk to you in English. So where will you get these kinds of utterance, these kinds of sentences? Where will you get the opportunity to listen? Where will you get the opportunity to listen to English? There is nobody. So first of all, you'll have to speak loudly. If you speak loudly, you will hear, you will listen to your own words. It will give you an ample practice of listening. So you get a new term, practice of listening. You should listen and understand, Not only to speak. Yes, speaking is a great part. But at the same time, to learn any particular language, we must have the habit of listening to that language. If you listen that language repeatedly, then only you can form those sentences by your own. When you will listen different kinds of sentences, different kinds of words, those will be memorized. Those will be your stock. So don't avoid listening. Listening has great role in case of speaking English. If you want to be fluent, listen English carefully. Listen English critically. Listen English perfectly. On the other hand, remember one thing. Every person speaks differently. His or her way of pronunciation is different. So you must be habituated with different pronunciation. Same word, different pronunciation. On the other hand, people of different country, when they speak in English, you will not get the same pronunciation. They will speak the same language, but with different pronunciation. And this is same in our locality too. Everyone has his or her own way of speaking, own way of pronunciation. You can think there is the ideal way of pronunciation. Yes, it is. But mother tongue influence. Everyone has his or her mother tongue influence on. Now, I am speaking in English. My mother tongue, my first language, has great influence on my speaking. When a Chinese person will speak in English, first of all, you will think he is speaking in Chinese. But when you will listen it critically, then only you will understand that no, it's English, it's not Chinese. It means that his first language is Chinese, and that's why his all the utterance, his all the pronunciation is very much influenced with Chinese pronunciation. That's why, remember one thing, listening is a great part of speaking English. You must speak continuously, and whenever you will speak, speak it loudly so that you can listen to your own words. So here you are getting your listening practice and at the same time make listening habit. Where will you get the listening habit? Yes, your TV news, interviews, conversation, commentary, those will be helpful. If you listen to them critically, if you listen how they are uttering the words, these will be helpful. You will acquire them. You will acquire the skill of pronunciation. You will acquire the habit of listening and understanding. So, my today's lesson is listen and understand. Listen and understand. It will take time. It will take long time to listen and understand. So, not only speaking, you'll have to listen and understand. If you don't do this, to some extent you can speak, but you won't understand what others say. When you won't understand what others say, how can you reply? How can you communicate? You won't be a good communicator. To some extent, you can speak something in English, but you won't be receiving anything. You won't be able to understand anything from the others. So remember one thing, make practice of speaking and at the same time, make practice of listening good English, listening English constructions, listening good pronunciation, listening the utterance and listening different kinds of words. So I'm concluding here. Love you all. Bye.